Welcome to another episode of Dropping Jewels. I am Brett Registry, and I will be getting right into it. This video will disturb you. This video will make you unsettled because, for once, you are starting on the bottom. You are on the bottom now. And I'm going to give you a good example of why I start you on the bottom. Because it's all about perception and the way they see you. I would like to let you know that you have to see you as $1 million, as $1 billion, as someone who knows this, that, and the third, even if you are starting out from the bottom. It makes no difference. You could be standing next to a guy that has it all, and you could be the same guy that has nothing. But what makes the difference? Your mind. You can still beat him at a game of chess because you know how to think 5 moves ahead of him. Fuck his rank. Fuck his dollar amount. Fuck what he's worth. If you can outthink him, you can outthink his money. Means you can have everything in his goddamn pocket if you can manipulate him to get to thinking like you think, to get to moving like you move. Go that way. Go this way. Stop, stand, sit, wait. I'll give you a briefing. I'll give you the detail. This is what we're going to do today. You got a 35-year-old come in for a job, and his first day on the job. He's 35 years old. He got 15 years in customer service experience. You got this new manager that just got promoted to manager 2 months ago. He's 25, but he just got promoted to manager. But he's that 35-year-old boss. Not knowing that 35-year-old got a house, a mortgage, a car payment, kids to raise, this, that, and the third. But yet you're 25, you really don't have any responsibilities, but you're his boss. It's all about perception. You don't give a fuck what their rank is. You still gonna have to pay attention to your 25-year-old boss because that's just how it goes mentally. Although he can outthink him, he can outwork him, he's still the boss. I don't give a damn just because he's 25, he's still the boss. So just because this man's worth $1 million, worth $1,000, don't mean that you're not better or you're not equal or you cannot outthink him because you can. So you're not necessarily starting out on the bottom just because you got 20 bucks in your pocket. No, it's just how you perceive or how you carry yourself or how he thinks of you. Because what you give to him is what he's gonna think of you. Yeah, initially he gonna have his moments where you come in and he's like, okay, this, that, and the third. But once you open your mouth, once you start, he understands your intellect. Then when he knows to perceive you differently, you got to make sure that they perceive you differently. I'm not going to disclose the dollar amount I have in my pocket. I'll be quote unquote starting from the bottom. But once check this. This paper. Paper don't have no feeling. Paper can't tell you you're only worth this, that, and the third. It's only black and white. It's only ink. So once this hits the desk of that CEO, all I need you to do is sign right here where the X is. You sign your name right here, one of these slots. I sign mine. Now we're officially partners. Now we're officially worth the same goddamn thing. Because without me, it will not come through. And without you, it will not come through. So what the fuck difference does it make the dollar amount in my pocket if I can manipulate you into signing this contract for me? Not saying it's going to be a bad thing or a negative thing, but I can get you to see things my way and have you to sign this contract. We're in the same boat. I don't give a fuck. So just because you're starting at the bottom now, don't necessarily mean, quote unquote, you're at the bottom. It's the way you think about it. It's the way you see it. I'll give you an example. Now, let me bring you to the top because that's where you belong, my peoples, my family, my fans. Now, one thing billionaires and millionaires got in common, great inventors, they get little sleep. Borderline insomnia is not diagnosed as insomnia. Fuck that. That's a good thing. Why? Because while you're sleeping, they have extra hours to put in on this objective, so they're getting double the work, so they get double the pay, so to speak. So if they're putting in 10, 15 hours a day, you put in your 8, you come home and go to sleep. You jump on Facebook right quick, check this, check that, and go to sleep. Most people clock out, great inventors clock out, comes to the house, get right back in that notebook, get back right back in that journal. That's what they were doing before the TVs and Facebook and you name it. Journal this, journal that, the great inventions, the VT, you fucking name it. They get in that journal and they do what it do. That's the only way we have what we have to this day. So sometimes you got to get yourself out of that thinking. The phone ain't everything. Facebook ain't everything. It's about putting in time for what you believe in. It's about creating something that's not been done yet. Would you want to leave Earth only doing what's been told or been in description by someone else, already planned out, that don't seem like the kind of legacy someone would want to leave or kind of life someone would want to leave. Well, I've been working here for 25 years. What the fuck that? That's a waste of fucking time and talent. I don't want to be working at your establishment for 25 years. I want to be working for myself or creating for myself. I don't give a damn if I'm just painting fucking portraits every day and selling them on the shoreline for $10, $15 at the beach. I don't give a fuck. If I can maintain and live off of it, I sure damn will. I stay in a fucking boathouse, go fishing every fucking day, leave, get on the dock, go to the beach, sell my shit, come right back home, and be perfectly fucking happy. As long as my daughter's taken care of, I'm taken care of, and I'm doing something for myself, my own company, this, that, or third, whatever the case may be. Right now, I gave you a whiff of the business group. Yes, I have multiple. The labor circle. Once you sign on that dotted line, I don't give a fuck who I am. I don't give a fuck what my background is. I have something I got to do for you. You have something you got to do for me. So we both, at terms, we had to do something for each other to get this moolah, to get this money, to get this fed. Point blank, period. So you're not necessarily starting out on the bottom. It's just how you perceive it. You start out where you want to start out. You start out where you want that person to think you're at, or what you want that person to know. Like, what do you think a doctor is? Give you a good example. Fresh out of college, doctor, got his degree, whatever the case may be. Guess where he's starting at as soon as he get out of college? He's starting at the fucking bottom, coming in, putting in the applications. I'm gonna be a doctor this, doctor that. You got your time in, you got this, that, and the third done. But now you gotta go be, you gotta go be at the bottom of the list when you first applying to be a doctor, whatever the case may be. But necessarily, he's not starting out at the bottom. He did his 10 years, 8 years in college. That's not necessarily starting out at the bottom, I don't think. Even though you don't have a check coming in for your degree yet, you're still not starting out at the bottom. Guess what? Because you got that fucking A1 knowledge. You got that top dollar knowledge. So you're starting out at that $150,000 in debt that you have. So you're worth that $150,000. Even if it's a negative or a positive, you're still worth it in a sense. Because you got $150,000 worth of education. So you got $150,000 worth of paperwork that you're going to go give the CEO, even though you're catching the bus to go where the fuck you going. Perception. Think of yourself differently. Let's get it. Dropping jewels.